This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vitstum Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, Investing for Eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. Patty Bacon Ryan today. Perftech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment, from farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment. Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work, including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Union Station Coffee and Roastery, fresh roasted coffee daily. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, custom-built projects from the start to the gloss to the durable powder coat finish. Advanced Insulation and Coatings, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. APAC, proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. KJ&G Customs, for complete auto restorations, custom paint jobs, and custom exhaust. See Troy Robinson and the staff at KJ&G Customs on East 13th Street in Hayes. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Another matchup here in the Big Western Athletic Conference matchup to start the year. Liberal coming off that win over Perryton, Texas, their last time out at 4-2. So thanks for joining us here on this Friday evening. It's set to get this one underway between Hayes High and Liberal. Set to get our tip-off underway here this evening. Tip-off brought to you by Steel Fabrications, the Ironmen of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. If you need it fixed, welded, built, or sandblasted, see Steel Fab, East Highway 40 and Hayes. Proud to support the area youth in all that they do. We sit courtside. Left from our right to our left to get everything started as Haley George will jump center with Jada Minkins for Liberal. And it's up, and it will be Liberal who will have the basketball to start out with as Diamond Bailey, 5'6" senior, will control it for the Lady Redskins. She'll dribble to the top of the key. Now they'll play it right side here for Lamone, guarded tightly by Cleveno. 1 versus 1, their numbers on the jerseys. Now to Bailey at the top of the key. Riker gave her some space. Instead, she'll play it left side for Rush, who surveys the defense. Couple of dribbles into the circle, cut off by Schmeidler. Now she'll kick it right side for Lucero, and they again play it here to Rush. And we're going to get a 3-second call in the lane for the first turnover in our ball game. So Liberal turns it over to start our ball game. 7.5 to play in the first. Riker will bring it across the timeline and go left side with it here for Nicole Dinkle. Now they'll swing it right side to Liker again, trying to get it inside for Dinkle on that right block. She kicks it out to Schmeidler, wide open three, up and good. Audra Schmeidler knocks down her first shot of the ball game, and Hayes jumps out to a 3-0 lead on the Audra Schmeidler three-pointer. So great start here for the Lady Indians, leading 3-0 to open up our ball game. Here's a pass top of the key. Liberal will work it from Lucero down to the left side and Rush. She gives it up to Bailey. She'll take the top of the key three. Too strong off the iron. Georgia rebound, and she's fouled by Mickens. So the 6'1" junior, Mickens, their leading scorer and rebounder, picks up an early foul here in the first quarter. Good bounce down underneath by Haley George. And with 6:52 to go in our first quarter, pulls down a big rebound. Hayes High leading 3-0 on the Audra Schmeidler three-pointer. Now trying to get it inside. They throw it away. Dinkle was trying to get Liker posted up underneath. Good idea. Just couldn't quite get it on a bad angle that time, and so they'll turn it back over with 6:40 to play here in our opening quarter. 3-0 Hayes High with the lead on the Schmeidler three. Bailey will work it for Mickens left side as she takes George all the way out on the left side post beyond the three. And now they'll play it for Bailey, who drives in, hanging, hit it off the side of the backboard and missed it on the right side. And the rebound cleared out of there for Hayes High. So good start defensively for Hayes High. Not a good shot by Bailey as that one was off the side of the backboard. Hayes High will swing it around left side for Liker. Was open. Fed a cutting Schmeidler, scores. Banks it in on that left side. Audra Schmeidler has the first 5 points of the ball game. They really work the offense, and Schmeidler gives Hayes High a 5-0 lead on a good cut down the lane. Here's a pass deflected out of bounds. Good defense by Talon Cleveno. She will knock that one out of bounds, and it will stay with Liberal. Samantha Terrazas checks in for the first time for Liberal. She replaces Jada Mickens. Actually, Bailey had started to come out, but instead they'll go with Mickens. So it's a very small lineup out there for Liberal. His Terrazas, the 5'8" junior, replaces the 6' Minkins. She's their Mickens, rather, the leading scorer and a rebounder. So they'll go left side for Lucero. Out of the top of the key, wide open was Rush. She thought about a three, but good close down by Audra Schmeidler. There's a pass for Diamond Bailey at the top of the key. She'll give it up left side three. Too strong for Liberal as that one's off the mark for Lucero, and it's tracked down by Hayes High. Good start for the Indians defensively. Liberal 0 for 3 at a 5-0 lead here for Hayes High, and a 5.5 to play. Here's a three from Dinkle that will skip off the rim, left it a little bit short, and the rebound cleared out of there for Liberal. Hayes High starts the ball game. 2 of their first 3. They lead 5-0. Bailey into the lane. A runner too strong. That'll bounce off. And a rebound down to Schmeidler. 0 for 4 to start the ball game for Liberal. And now Hayes High looks to push. Here's Dinkle with it left side on a pass from Liker. Here's a shot inside by George on the left block. She's going to score and head to the line. So Haley George with her first field goal, and then she was fouled. So Haley George makes it a 7-0 start for Hayes High. And the foul is going to be called on Terrazas. It's the second on Liberal. So with 4:59 to play here in this first quarter, Hayes High out to a 7-0 lead. And Haley George a chance to make it an 8-0 lead here as she heads to the free throw line. George averaging 7.5 points a ball game. Higher arcing free throw is good. And she's got 3. It is 8-0 in favor of the Hayes High Lady Indians. To set up some press in the backcourt, and then after a quick dribble up the floor by Whitney Hay, who just checked in the ball game, had it knocked out of bounds. And it will stay with Liberal. Went underneath the Hayes High bench, or Hayes High basket rather. And so Liberal will key it in. Lucero gets it into Hay. Whitney Hay, a 3 right side, too strong. And the rebound down to Haley George as Mickens, who's back into the ball game, nearly poked it away. 0 for 5 for Liberal to start out the ball game. Coach Kirk Maska calls out the play, and now Liker will run it. The freshman will play it right side for Haley George, who just had that 3-point play. Now they go inside on the left block. Schmeidler had it blocked. Turnaround. Jumper was blocked. Mickens comes up with the rebound, and now Lucero looks to push. Cut off. Mickens, she'll swing it left side. And underneath, it's Hay, and she's going to be fouled. And head to the free throw line as Terraza able to get it in to Hay, and that's the first field goal of the ball game for Liberal. Foul on Hayes High will be on Savannah Schneider for Maddie Keller, but it was stolen away as Keller just recently checked in the ball game. Here's a runner that is good inside as Lucero, the sophomore, able to get it to go. And back-to-back field goals now for Liberal after missing their first 5, and it is 8-4. As that was Schneider, and she's going to travel with it on the right side. Terrazas with good pressure forces the turnover. So Hayes High with 3 turnovers now. With 3:45 to play in this first quarter, they still lead by 4. Started the game on an 8-0 run. As Lamone back into the ball game, she'll give it up to Lucero. They play it right side of Terrazas in the baseline, guarded tightly by Liker. Couple of dribbles, now picks it up. Here's Hay, top of the key. They'll swing it all the way around left side. Mickens, left side, can't get it to go, but she's going to be fouled on that left block. Hayes High tried to front, did a pretty good job, but then Schmeidler's going to be called on the foul, trying to come over and block that shot. And a lot of contact, so Mickens will head to the free throw line for the first time. And the first free throw is too strong. Indians with Maddie Hutchison into the ball game. She replaces Callie Liker. So Hutchison, the 5'5" freshman, in for the first time for Hayes High. Off of a career game with 14 points and 4 rebounds. Mickens in and out, and it's Schneider who will pull down the rebound. So Jada Mickens misses both free throws. And with 3:18 and counting in the first quarter, still an 8-4 Hayes High lead as Keller will swing it for Schmeidler. On to driving left side on Mickens. Cut off on the baseline. Finds Keller underneath and a lot of contact. And she's going to earn a trip to the line. Good play by Schmeidler. She draw a double team on that little dribble drive left side. And Keller was open and was able to draw the foul. So she'll head to the line. 66% free throw shooter on the year. And the first free throw rattles home. Maddie Keller puts Hayes High back on top by 5 now at 9-4. That foul is on Lamone, her first. It's the team's third. So Hayes High leading 9-4 now with Keller's second free throw on the way, and good as well. Nothing but net that time as Keller knocks down a pair, and Hayes High now leads 10-4 after the 2 free throws for Keller. Racing up the floor is Liberal, pass deflected by Clevino, who just checked back into the ball game. But Bailey tracks it down near the timeline. There's a dribble for Hay left side, out of the top of the key. Terrazas guarded tightly by Schneider. Mickens now with it on that left wing. They'll play it to Bailey, and now to Lucero. The sophomore gives it up, and we're going to get a foul inside as Keller was battling inside. And the Mickens the offensive rebound, and she's fouled, and she's headed to the line for a chance at a three-point play. Mickens got the offensive rebound, and then Keller backed underneath the offensive rebound and stick back for Jada Mickens, her first field goal of the ball game, and now she'll head to the line here for a chance at a three-point play. Haley George returned to the Hayes High lineup as Schneider on a good shot among the trees. Boyd Hayes High 10-9. With the here's George on the right side, and she can't bank it home, and now here comes Bailey. Diamond Bailey rushes up the floor. Scoop shot is good, and just like that, it's a 7-0 run put together for Liberal, and they are on top now by 1 at 11-10. There's Hutchison inside for George. Right side hook shot short. Bailey comes down to the rebound and numbers again up the floor for Liberal. Bailey had it knocked away. Ball's on the floor. Schmeidler dives for it. And we're going to get a tie-up as Audra Schmeidler got on the floor to dive for that one. And it's going to earn on the tie-up. The Hayes High with the basketball. So good hustle by Schmeidler to get on the floor and tie up that time. And so it will be Hayes High basketball after the alternate possession on the tie-up. With 1:25 left in this first quarter, a 7-0 run put together. Ball. Callie Light can't get it to go. Tipped the first time, and then switched that pivot foot as she traveled with it. Ali Lucero, the sophomore, will return to the Liberal lineup. Hayes High with Liker, George, Cleveno, Taylor, and Hutchison, the 5, on the floor. Bailey will bring it up the front court, drive into the lane, and she traveled with it. And Bailey, the finger injury, sure enough, dislocated a finger here with 1.6 seconds to play. Nobody saw it, and Hayes High will not get the shot off. Actually got it off, but it ran out of time. So after one, it is 12-10. In favor of Liberal. We'll take the break. Hayes High trails by 2. This is Hayes High Indian basketball.
This presentation.
Get a foul underneath. Called on Megan.
Brought to you by Union Station Coffee and Roastery, fresh roasted coffee daily. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, custom built projects from the start to the gloss to the durable powder coat finish. Advanced insulation and coating, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. APAC, proving itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. KJ&G Customs, for complete auto restorations, custom paint jobs, and custom exhaust. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
After one, the Liberal Redskins on top of the Hayes High Lady Indians by 2 at 12-10. They were on a 8-0 run to finish that first quarter, and they will have the basketball, leading by 2 to begin this second quarter. Again from our left to our right, as Simone has it on the right side. She'll give it up to Rush. Now here's Whitney Hay with it. Couple of dribbles into the right side, got cut off. And now they swing it all the way around on a drive for Rush on a little runner. Left it too strong, and the rebound pulled out of there for Callie Liker at Hayes High. So a chance here to tie or take the lead with a 3. Liker drives all the way to the right side and then threw it out of bounds. Drove down that right lane, but then threw it away. Hayes High turns it over for the 6th time of the ball game. And Liberal back with it out of the timeout with Lucero, Rush, Mickens, top of the key here for Hay. And then also on the floor is Lamone. Here's a drive, shot blocked by George, but right back into the hands of Lucero, who will lay it up. Ali Lucero makes it a 4-point lead now for Liberal at 14-10. And the run continues. It's now a 10-0 run in favor of Liberal. Right side, Nicole Dinkle on the right block, tried to dump it inside, and they throw it away. Trying to get it inside to Nicole Dinkle on the post, but they throw it away. It's the 7th turnover of the ball game, as we've got 6:40 to play in this second quarter. So we get an offensive foul underneath called on a screen. And the foul will be on Ali Lucero. It's her first. And it's the 5th team foul. So still no Diamond Bailey, who looked like maybe dislocated a pinky on one of the final plays of that first quarter for Liberal. Well, the trainers were taking a look at her a moment ago. Ace high with Schmeidler. Top of the key, guarded by Mickens. They'll give it off to Leiker. Good pressure here. Here's a pass inside on a good post-to-post pass. J.C. Dale jumps in inside for Callan Cleveno. Her first field goal of the ball game, and that puts an end to that 10-0 run. It is 14-12 after the first field goal of the ball game for Cleveno. Hayes high back with a 2. Left block, too strong for Mickens. Tried to power her way up there. And a good, strong rebound by Audra Schmeidler for Hayes High. Chance here again to tie it or take the lead with a 3. 5:50 to play here in our first half at a 14-12 lead. Here's Cleveno on the pick and roll with J.C. Dale, who's in for the first time, and it's knocked away. It's stolen. It was taken away by Lamone, and now here comes Lamone. She'll race up the floor, cut off by J.C. Dale. She's into the ball game here for the first time in this second quarter. And now Liberal will reset. They'll play it right side for Lamone. Mickens into the lane. Tough shot, and she's going to be fouled. Mickens, a couple of big dribbles to get deep into the lane, and Schmeidler will pick up the foul. That'll be her second, and it's the 6th foul. As mentioned, J.C. Dale in, 5'7" freshman, in for the first time here in the second quarter, and the free throw by Mickens is good. Jada Mickens was 7. And Terrazas returns to the Liberal lineup. It is 15-12 in favor of Liberals. Mickens will get one more. She had 6 in that first quarter. Now with a couple of free throws, she has 8 in the ball game, and it's 16-12. Back on top, Liberal by 4. Hayes High back with the basketball. Leiker will dribble into the lane, left side for Dinkle, a 3 on the way. That's going to be too strong. Rebound tipped around, and it's down into the hands of Liberal. Lamone comes down to the rebound. Racing up the floor comes Liberal. There's Whitney Hay with it, and they'll reset the offense. Under 5 to play here in the first half. There's a deflection and a steal. Talon Cleveno with a steal. Left side layup is no good. It rimmed off. And the rebound cleared down to there by Terrazas, and then she's going to be fouled. Cleveno did a great job to jump in the passing lane and come away with the steal, but couldn't get the layup to go. And then you're going to get a foul underneath. They're going to call it on Cleveno. It's the 7th team foul. So kind of a reach after missing on the rebound, or missing on the shot rather, a reach in on the rebound, and now Maddie Hutchison will check in for Hayes High. She replaces Dinkle, and also Audra Schmeidler checks out. And the first free throw is too strong, and the offensive putback is off the mark. That time Lamone had it. Now they'll get it back to Lamone on the second offensive rebound. And that one too strong, and it rims out. And the rebound is pulled out of there by Hayes High. J.C. Dale comes down with it. They'll run. Here's left side. Rachel Taylor for a 3. Missed everything. Dale's down with the rebound. She'll kick it out right side as they get it to Taylor. Posting up is Dale underneath. And she's going to be fouled and earn a trip to the line. So Hayes High, couple opportunities inside, and they finally get J.C. Dale to the free throw line. 16-12 the lead here for Liberal as Dale will head to the free throw line. That one too strong. Dale, the 5'7" freshman, shooting her first free throws of the year. And Dale's second free throw on the way, and good. So Dale goes 1 of 2. And it's 16-13 in favor of a Liberal. Checking back into the ball game is Megan Larkin for Liberals. Here's a drive from Mickens' right side and got it to go. Jada Mickens now in a double figures with 10. And it's 18-13 in favor of Liberal. Mickens has 4 straight for the Lady Redskins. Clevenow with it. She'll drive into the lane and draw the foul. So Talon Clevenow is going to pick up the foul, and that'll be the 17th foul as Bailey returns to the lineup for Liberal. Has that finger taped on their right hand as Clevenow will go to the free throw line for the first time in the ball game to shoot a 1-and-1. And the first free throw is good. Rattles around and it falls. Talon Clevenow now with 3, and it's 18-14. Liberal on top here by 4. Second free throw good as well. Clevenow got them both. 50% free throw shooter coming in, but those were good. Good looking shots on time. So it's a 3-point Liberal lead. As Larkin has it left side. She'll give it up to Lucero. Liberal back this way with Bailey trying to post up as Mickens. Turnaround jumper into the lane. Missed it on that right block. And Rachel Taylor will come down to the rebound. Pretty good defense by Taylor, being outsized inside, but good defense. Now here's a run up the floor, and Hutchison is going to be fouled. So Maddie Hutchison earns a trip to the free throw line. Sayside looks to run after the miss. And the foul will be on Whitney Hay. It is her first. It's the team's 8th. And Hay will check out. Lacey Rush returns to the lineup. So Maddie Hutchison to the free throw line for Hayes High. First free throw is too strong. And a fight for the rebound. It's out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Hayes High. With 3:21 to play here in our first half. Our big ball game brought to you apart by Hertz Rent-A-Car, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Kevin Shoemaker Construction, and Adams Brown Barron and Ball. Bailey has it. That taped finger drives into the lane. Spinner, no good. It's off the left side, and Rachel Taylor will come down with the Hayes High rebound. Both teams a little bit cold here in this second quarter as we approach 3 minutes to play in the quarter. Clevenow will give it off to Liker. Now here's Taylor with the right side. Posting up is Dale, and she double dribbled with it. Trying to get deep position that time, the freshman J.C. Dale. But instead, with the double dribble, we'll turn it over. It's the 8th Hayes High turnover in the first half. 18-15, Liberal with the lead. Here's a turnaround jumper, too strong by Bailey. And it's Hutcherson who will pull down the rebound for Hayes High. And still chance to tie here with a 3. Liker into the lane. Lots of contact. Then lost it, and Mickens will come up with a loose ball. She leads the break. Goes 4-on-1 and is going to be fouled by Clevenow inside. A lot of contact on the other end. But then instead, Liker just lost it into the lane for the 9th turnover as she will check out. And Savannah Schneider, the 5'6" freshman, returns to the Hayes High lineup as Mickens will shoot a couple of free throws here. The first one is too strong. They did call it just a 1-and-1. So the rebound comes down to Hayes High. And the Indians can still cut into this lead. Are tied with a 3, trailing by 3 at 18-15. Rachel Taylor had it knocked away. Out of bounds, they say. Out of bounds by, last touch by Liberal. With 2:11 left here in the second quarter. 18-15 in favor of Liberal. Here's a pass. Tracked down by Schneider, and then is nearly stolen away by Mickens. Ball still on the floor, and it's knocked out of bounds. They say last touched by Lucero, and so it will stay with Hayes High. A little bit unsure with the basketball at this point for Hayes High on kind of a dangerous couple of passes as Haley George checks in for Rachel Taylor. Mickens will check out. As in for the first time for Liberal is Riley Weaver, the 5'9" junior. Hay returns to the lineup as well for Liberals. Hayes High will key it in. Schneider with it. She drives down the left side. Good bounce pass for Hutchison, who's fouled in the lane. So Maddie Hutchison earns a trip to the free throw line. She's 0 of 1 at the line. And the foul will be on Weaver. It's the first on Riley Weaver. And now Hutchison gets the first one to go. First point of the ball game for Maddie Hutchison. It's back to a 2-point game at 18-16. Little 3-0 run here put together for Hayes High. Hutchison had 14 and 4 rebounds in the matchup with Junction City. And she gets these two free throws to go. And it's a 1-point game at 18-17 after the free throws for Hutchison. As Mickens will return to the Liberal lineup. As Bailey calls out the play. 1:50 to play. Here's a drive by Mickens, and she threw it away. Stolen by Clevino. Talent leads the break, going 1-on-3. Left side layup, no good. Lots of contact, but Hutchison comes down with a rebound. Still has it, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Hayes High as Dale had it right on the lane, or rather right on the out-of-bounds line. Got a contact underneath that time, but no call, and so Liberal will get it back after the ball was out of bounds off of Hayes High. 1:25 left here in our second quarter. Here's a steal. J.C. Dale takes it away. Right side layup is good for J.C. Dale. Her first field goal of the ball game. Hayes High leads 19-8. Timeout taken by Liberal with 1:18 to play in our first half. So Hayes High gets the steal and the layup for J.C. Dale, who's got 3 in this quarter. And they're back on top here, 19-18. This timeout, a full timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. There's a 4th turnover of the ball game for Liberal, and now Hayes High on a little 6-0 run. Hayes High started the ball game on an 8-0 run, but a 8-0 run put together by Liberal gave them a 12-10 lead after 1. Led by 5 at 18-13 until Hayes High puts together this little 6-0 run. Dale with that layup, a couple of free throws for Maddie Hutchison, and also a couple in there by Talon Clevino as well. Hayes High Indian Athletics brought to you by Steel Fabrications, Precision Valley Golf Center, Crown Production Services of Hayes, and Horizon Appliance and Electronics. 19-18 with 1:18 to play here in our first half. Hayes High back on top by 1. Last led at 10-9 back in that first quarter. Out of the timeout, Hayes High will come out with Dale, Clevino, George, Schneider, and Hutchison, the 5 on the floor for Hayes High. Bailey will bring it up the floor for Liberal. She'll go right side with it. Hayes High looks to trap on that double. Nearly got a travel call. As that time Hay nearly traveled with it out of the double. There's Diamond Bailey with it left side, left wide open. Nobody on Hayes High was guarding her for a moment, and she decided not to take the shot. Here's a pass right side for Rush. Drives in on Clevino. Stops on the baseline. Kick it for Hay. Top of this key on the right side. Guarded tightly by Dale. 43 to play, and now we're going to get a 3-second call on the inside on Liberal. So they'll turn it back over. Hayes High can try and build on their lead here, leading 19-18 with just over 41 seconds to play in our first half. Schneider will bring it across the timeline for Hayes High. Go left side with it for Hutchison, trying to get it post up inside, and Dale lost it out of bounds. A good position on the left block, but just lost that dribble out of bounds. That'll be the 11th turnover for Hayes High. And with 30 seconds left in our first half, Liberal will bring it across midcourt. Right side here for Whitney Hay. Posting up a pass that is thrown away, and it's out of bounds. Last touched by Liberal. So Hayes High will get it back on the 6th first half turnover for Liberal with 18 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Hayes High leading 19-18. Are on a 6-0 run here in this second quarter. Schneider will dribble left side on a bounce pass for Hutchison. Thought about a three, now a step back three. That is too strong. Offensive rebound. The stick back is good for JC Dale. She's got now 5 in this quarter, and Hayes High leads at halftime 21-18 on the Dale putback. He had 4 straight in the first half for Hayes High, so good, strong finish for Hayes High. They end up finishing the quarter on a 9-0 run, lead 21-18 as we head to the halftime break. We'll have more after this. This is Hayes High Indian basketball.
This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vitstum Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, Investing for Eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon-Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment, from farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment. Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work, including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Union Station Coffee and Roastery, fresh roasted coffee daily. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, custom-built projects from the start to the gloss to the durable powder coat finish. Advanced Insulation and Coatings, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. APAC, proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. KJ&G Customs, for complete auto restorations, custom paint jobs, and custom exhaust. See Troy Robinson and the staff at KJ&G Customs on East 13th Street in Hayes. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling, with 4 late model rigs. They have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon-Ryan today. Perftech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment, from farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment. Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful.
Back into Hayes High School, where the Hayes High Lady Indians lead 21-18 after the first quarter of play. Hayes High shoots 6 of 17 in the first half. Unfortunately, turned it over 11 times there in that first half, but a good shooting percentage at 6 of 17 for 35%. Make just 1 of 5 from three-point range for 20%. So good start for Hayes, and struggled a little bit there during the second quarter, but bounced back and finished that first half on a 9-0 run. So as you get set here to begin this third quarter, Hayes High leads by 3 at 21-18. They finished that second quarter on a 9-0 run. So welcome back in here, ready for our third quarter of action. Hayes High with their starting 5 on the floor: Talon Cleveno, Haley George, Callie Leiker, Nicole Dinkle, and Audra Schmeidler. Will be Hayes High basketball. Starting 5 out there as well for Liberal, with Carolina Lamone, Allie Lucero, Lazy Rush, Diamond Bailey, and Jada Mickens. So we are underway in the third quarter. Hayes High from our left to our right. They'll shoot down to our right in front of their own bench here in the second half. So I'll give it off to Schmeidler, top of the key. Here's Callie Leiker with it right side. Callie with a good drive, little floater on the baseline goes. So Callie Leiker puts Hayes on top now, 23-18 on her first field goal of the ball game. So Callie Leiker with a good drive that time to the left baseline. Liberal back on the other end with Rush on a lob over the top for Mickens, and she's going to be fouled by Haley George, who had pretty good position on the front side, but Hayes didn't have backside help, and so George will pick up the foul. It'll be her second. It's the first team foul in the second half, and Mickens is back to the free throw line. Mickens is good on the first one. She has 11. That puts it into an 11-0 run back into that second quarter for Hayes High. It's 23-19 after the field goal by Mickens. Second one up, it rims in and out. And the rebound down to Hayes High and Audra Schmeidler. They race up the floor. Dinkle is going to be called for a charge. Nicole Dinkle trying to go 1-on-2. And just got a little bit deep. Iron is going to be called for the charge. It'll be the first foul on Dinkle, and it's the second team foul here in this second half. So Hayes High leading by 4 at 23-19, with Liberal back with the basketball. And we're going to get an offensive foul called on Liberal. Hayes High will get it right back. It's going to be a moving screen called on Liberal. As Hayes High will get the basketball back with 7:20 to play here in this third quarter. 23-19. Liberal on top. Haley George has it with the left side. Schmeidler will kick it for Leiker. 3 on the way is no good. Skips off the rim. Offensive rebound down to Cleveno. The up and the under goes. Talon Cleveno with the offensive rebound and the stick back at Hayes High. On top now, 25-19. So a good start here for Hayes High. The bucket by Cleveno. She's got 6. And another offensive rebound, and the stick back for Hayes High. Here's a shot inside by Rush that rims off. Got her own rebound, and then we'll lose it out of bounds. They say last touch by Hayes High. So Rush battling inside. Pulls down the offensive rebound, and then that one is knocked out of bounds. They say last touched by Hayes High. So 6:43 to play here in this third quarter. Hayes High extends their lead now to 25-19. Liberal back with the basketball. Whitney Hages checked in for Liberal. Mickens will kick it out. 3 on the way. In and out, no good. And Haley George comes down with the rebound. And now some pressure into the backcourt. And George is able to find Talon Cleveno. And now Leiker will bring it across the stripe here for Hayes High. Here's a handoff. Leiker drives in, scores it, and she's headed the line on a 3-point play. It'll bump inside, and Callie Leiker is able to finish. Hayes High leads 27-19. Good play. Callie Leiker now with 4. And the foul is the second on Hay, as Samantha Terrazas returns to the Liberal lineup for Hay. Just picked up that foul. And Liker will shoot one here on the three-point play, and it is no good, in and out. And Mickens pulls down the defensive rebound, but the bucket by Liker puts Hayes High on top here, 27-19. And then on the other end, Diamond Bailey able to get in the lane and lay it up. So it's 27-21 as Bailey got into the lane and laid it up. Hayes High back on top by 6, led by as many as 8 a moment ago. Liker will give it off to Clevino, lobs it inside. George, right block, too strong, and Mickens is there for the rebound. Here comes Bailey. Good defense by Liker to cut her off. And now Liberal will set up the offense. Left side for Rush, and now to Lucero. And they swing it around. Here's a three by Mickens, too strong, but an offensive rebound, and we're going to get a foul on the layup attempt by Rush. So another offensive rebound by Liberal. That comes off of a missed three. And the foul will be on Haley George. It's her third. And it's the third team foul here in this second half for Hayes High. As the first free throw is good for Rush. First point of the ball game for Lacey Rush. It's 27-21, or 22 now, after the field goal by Rush, as J.C. Dale returns to the Hayes side lineup. Had a good first half with a new career high and 5 points in that first half as Rush makes both free throws. That's 27-23. Back to a 4-point game. Hayes High with the lead in the basketball. Liker on a long pass right side for Dinkle. Cole Dinkle with it, guarded by Diamond Bailey, who reached in. Dinkle drives in, and it's going to pick up the foul. But heads up play by Nicole Dinkle to drive in and force Diamond Bailey to reach in and pick up the foul. It's her first, team's third in this second half. As Dinkle will key it in, finds Liker, who had it knocked out of bounds. So they'll say she lost it out of bounds. So Hayes High will turn it over for the 13th time now in the ball game, as Savannah Schneider will check in for Kelly Liker for Hayes High. Hayes High with Schmeidler, Dale, Dinkle, Schneider, and Clevino, the foul on the floor. There's Bailey with it. 5:05 to play. Bailey drives, kick out three, right side for Lucero. Too strong, rebound, fought for it, still on the floor, and it's picked up by Liberal. Lucero thought about a three, instead will give it up to Bailey, and they'll reset the offense. That's the 7th offensive rebound pulled down by Liberal. Lucero passed on a three left side all the way into the lane. Her runner too strong. Mickens rebound, partially blocked, but got it back and scores it. 27-25, back to a 2-point game after the field goal by Mickens, and it's been work on the offensive glass for Liberal that's got him back in this ball game, as that pass knocked out of bounds by Lucero into the Hayes High bench, and it will stay with the Lady Indians. Maddie Hutchison, Callie Liker, and Maddie Keller all check into the Hayes High lineup as Dinkle, Schmeidler, and Haley George check out, as Hutchison will key it in right in front of the Hayes High bench. They lob it back door for Clevino, a left side runner, missed it, got her own rebound, is going to be fouled underneath. So Mickens picks up the foul as Hayes High gets their second offensive rebound of the second half. Mickens will pick up her second, and Clevino back to the free throw line. Clevino already 2 for 2 at the line. She's got 6 points in the ball game and knocks down the free throw. Hayes High back on top by 3 here at 28-25. After the Clevino free throw, she'll get one more here with 4:24 to play here in our third quarter. Second one up, rattled off, and the rebound pulled down by Liberal. Redskins look to push. Now here's Bailey into the lane. Her runner is good on the right side. Back to a 1-point game at 28-27 as we get a Hayes High timeout. After the Diamond Bailey bucket makes it a 1-point game. Bailey now with 6. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Hayes High on top here, 28-27. Led by as many as 8 at 23-19. Fouls to start this third quarter. Our game brought to you apart by Next Tech, Cartland Building Center, Midwest Energy, USA Pharmacy, and Gibbs Auto Supply in Hayes and La Crosse. Out of the timeout, Hayes High with Keller, Dale, Hutchison, Cleveno, and Liker, the foul on the floor. 4:10 to play here in this third quarter. Hayes High on top, 28-27. Liker will run the point. She'll close in on 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Hutchison has it on the right wing, guarded by Bailey. Now pass for Cleveno. Bounce pass left side for Liker. Trying to post up is Keller on that left block. Working on Mickens. Turns around, gets it right back out. Here's a drive, in and out, no good on the shot on the right baseline, or left baseline rather, for Liker. And now Bailey up the floor, tried to shovel the pass to her teammate running to the right side in Rush, but it's out of bounds as Rush couldn't handle it. That's the 8th turnover for Liberal in the ball game. So 3:41 left here in the third. Hayes High will get it back. Back on top by 1 here at 28-27. Liker drives to the left side. On the wing is Cleveno. Ball above her head. Now we'll bounce pass it to Keller into the circle. Keller with one dribble. Now gives it back up to Liker. Drives in. Had it knocked away. Ball on the floor. Fight for it. And we'll get a held ball as Cleveno in the middle of that pile, along with Ali Lucero. And the arrow will give it over to Liberal. That's the Hayes High's 14th turnover here in the ball game. 3:19 to play in the third. Hayes High leading by 1 at 28-27. Hayes High's led the entire way here in the second half. Left side for Terrazas, who checked into the ball game. Got it to Rush, who hit the deck, who got back up, and will give it off to Lucero. Lucero will take it to the top of the circle in between those two circles. Bailey for Mickens, left side three, no good, and we're going to get a foul called on Liberal. We're going to call Mickens for a hold on the rebound, or actually call it Lacey Rush on the hold, trying to get that rebound. So Hayes High will get it back. 2:46 left here in the third. Hayes High still leading by 1 at 28-27. Allie Keller with it on a wraparound pass, thrown away. Stolen by Bailey. Here comes Liberal up the floor. Bailey running scoop shot, good. And Liberal's back on top by 1 at 29-28. Bailey with 4 straight. And it comes after a Hayes High turnover, their 15th of the ball game. 2:20 left here in our third. Liker on a spin move. Now we'll play it right side for Hutchison. Adding one dribble, a dangerous pass to Dale, who caught it. Long jumper on the baseline, missed it. Too strong, and it's Mickens who will come down with a rebound. Plays it up the floor for Rush on a run out right side layup, good, and she's fouled. Lacey Rush with a run out makes it 31-28. A pass forward by Mickens, and then Dale reaches in and commits the foul. So Rush will go to the line, try and complete the three-point play. Already 2 for 2 at the line in this quarter, and knocks it down. 32-28 after the three-point play for Lacey Rush. She has 5 of the ball game. Hayes High with Nicole Dinkle, Audra Schmeidler back in for Hayes High. As Liker and J.C. Dale both check out. So Hayes High with Schmeidler, Dinkle, both who just checked into the ball game. Cleveno, Hutchison, and Maddie Keller. Trying to get it inside for Keller. It's deflected and stolen away by Bailey. Hayes High with their 16th turnover of the ball game. Rush will stop across the timeline and hand it off to Bailey. 4 points, Liberal lead at 32-28, minute 40 to play here in this third quarter. There's a three on left side that'll skip off, missed everything. Ball on the floor. Hutchison on the floor to pick it up for Hayes High, and Audra Schmeidler will lead the break. Schmeidler trying to go 2-on-3 up the floor. Her runner left side is good. Audra Schmeidler with a good runner, and it's 32-30. And now we get another timeout here taken on the floor. Not exactly sure what the timeout was for Diamond Bailey for a moment. Looked like she may have been shaken up on the play, but she'll stay in for Liberal. And then a travel in the backcourt called on Liberal. So Hayes High will get it back. Trailing by 2 now at 32-30. Andra Schmeidler made it a 2-point game here, and now Cole Dinkle will key it in. Dinkle to key it in, they need to hurry. They waited very long to get it in. Here's Keller on the left side, and the layup is good. Maddie Keller ties the ball game at 32 all. Keller has 4 points in the ball game. We are tied again at 32. 1:11 left to play here in the third, and we're going to get a foul called on Audra Schmeidler trying to fight through the screen. That'll be the third on Schmeidler. She knocked Lucero to the deck. So it's the third. It's a 15th foul here in the second half of the minute 8 to play here in the third quarter. Whitney Hay returns to the Liberal lineup. And now Hayes High with Haley George checking in. She's going to replace Audra Schmeidler, who just picked up that foul. So 1:08 to play here in the third. 32-32. Liberal with the basketball as Bailey will key it in, and we get a foul underneath. A foul called on Liberal for a shove underneath. And they called a foul on Lucero as she shoved Maddie Keller from behind, and Keller hit the deck. So Hayes High will get it back with 1:05 to play here in the third. All tied at 32. Savannah Schneider just checked back into the ball game, nearly threw it away. Saved right in front of the bench for Cleveno. Now they'll get it left side for Dinkle. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Cleveno on the right side, pressured tightly, and Keller traveled with it. Keller switched her pivot foot up near the top of the key, trying to get it into the post. And they'll turn it over for the 17th time here in this ball game. Under 40 seconds to play in the third, all tied at 32. Hayes High led by as many as 9. Here in this second half, as we get a foul called on Liberal, or make it actually, it's on Maddie Keller, and that's the 16th foul. As Keller will pick up her third, and then JC Dale will check in. So with 26 seconds to play here in this third, Mickens wide open underneath on a little backdoor cut. She got 13. Liberal back on top here by 2 at 34-32 on the field goal for Mickens. Schneider has her pass deflected. Nicole Dinkle back into the ball game, has it. A crossover dribble on the pick and roll with Haley George down the left side, and she's fouled. Good take by Nicole Dinkle on a little pick and roll that time with Haley George, and so they get Mickens on the foul. That is her third. And it's the 17th foul. So Dinkle with the first free throw, rattles it home. 34-33. On the first point of the ball game for Dinkle. Second free throw good as well. And we're tied at 34 on a pair of free throws for Nicole Dinkle. Now up the floor comes Liberal. Here's a quick three that's off the mark by Lucero. And we head to the fourth quarter, all tied at 34. This is Hayes High Indian basketball.
Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Carpa One of Hayes Vitston Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Thomas More Prep Marion, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling, serving central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building dreams for over 30 years. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Lifetime Dental Care, providing your family health, function, and beauty. Insurance Planning, insurance for the way you work and live. Bonaparte Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new and pre-owned vehicles. M&D Incorporated, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team.
All tied at 34 as we head to the fourth quarter. Hayes High and Liberal in their first Western Athletic Conference matchup of the year. All tied here at 34. Hayes High jumped out to a 8-point lead early in that third quarter, led 27-19, but Liberal would retake the lead by 4, 32-28. Here's a backdoor cut for Talon Cleveno, and she's going to be fouled as Hayes High starts this quarter with a basketball. And so Cleveno is going to earn a trip to the free throw line on the third foul by Lucero. So Cleveno back to the free throw line. She's 3 of 4 there today. And the first one is good. Cleveno with 8 in the ball game, and Hayes High back on top now by 1 at 35-34. Cleveno came in. A 50% free throw shooter, makes 1 of 2 there. And so Hayes High still leads by 1 as Bailey will race up the floor for Liberal. And a lot of contact. Missed it, got her own rebound. It's actually Lamone who gets the rebound on the sit back. And just like that, Lamone puts Liberal back on top by 1 at 36-35 on another offensive rebound. The 9th of the ball game for Liberal. But they have 5 in the second half alone. Here's a dangerous pass stolen away. Taken away by Terrazas. Here comes Liberal up the floor. Lucero on the drive. She's going to be fouled. And the foul will be on Hayes High's Talon Cleveno. So a couple of free throws coming up here for Lucero. Hayes High turned it over for the 18th time of the ball game on this end. And now Lucero will go to the line to shoot a couple of free throws after the foul. It's the 8th. They get the 7th team foul as Lucero misses on the first free throw. Lucero averaging close to 9 points and 3 rebounds a ball game. Has just 4. She'll shoot the second free throw and got 1 of 2 in the ball game. So 5 now for Lucero, and then Hayes High throws it away in the backcourt. Liker to Cleveno, and it goes out of bounds. Hayes High will turn it over for the 19th time of the ball game. So Hayes High trailing by 2 again at 37-35, and Liberal back with the basketball. Hyman Bailey has it to the top of the key, their second leading scorer, was 6 in the ball game. Now here's Mickens left side, and she's going to be bumped and head to the free throw line. She came across the lane, tried to slide down the left side, and Cleveno's going to be called for the foul. That's the 3rd on Cleveno. It's the 8th team foul, so both teams shooting free throws this whole fourth quarter. And the free throw by Mickens is good. She's got 14 in the ball game. And it's 38-35. As Maddie Hutchison will replace Talon Cleveno. And just picked up that foul, her 3rd. Her and Haley George, Maddie Keller, and Audra Schmeither all with 3 for Hayes High. Mickens' second free throw on the way, no good, and the rebound tipped out, and it's Liker who will track it down for Hayes High. She leads the break up the floor, here up the right sideline. That will stop. Keller, right side 3 is short, and George saved it in, but right into the hands of Mickens, and now a run out here for Liberal up the floor. Bailey, layup good. Timeout taken by Hayes High. They trail by 5 at 40-35. Coach Carter Kruger wanted a timeout, but for Liberal, but Coach Maska got it first. So Hayes High after the run out, down by 5. Largest deficit for Hayes High in this second half. Bailey has 8. And with 6:56 to play here in this fourth quarter, it's 40-35. Liberal back on top here by 5. Our game brought to you in part by Simpson Farm Enterprises, Edward Jones, Daryl Jeff, and the Disciple. Discount Siding Supply, Lifetime Dental Care. So brought to you by State Glass Company, Lewis Automotive, and Canterbury Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Out of the timeout, Hayes High with the basketball with Dinkle, George, Hutchison, Liker and Schmeidler, the 5 on the floor for Hayes High. Trailing by 5 at 40-35. Under 6:50 to play here in our fourth quarter. Hutchison has it left side. Maddie surveys the defense. Will drive by Bailey, and another foul called on Diamond Bailey. Good play again by Hutchison. Forced Bailey into the foul. That is the 9th team foul. So another 1-and-1 coming up for Hayes High. Addie Hutchison 2 of 3 at the line in the ball game. As Hutchison will shoot the first free throw and knock it down. He's got 3. And it's 40-36. Liberal on top here by 4. Hutchison too strong on that one. And Mickens skying to pull down the defensive rebound for Liberal. They'll run up the floor with Bailey into the lane. Her floater banks it home. Diamond Bailey into double figures with 10, 42-36. Liberal on top. They made 3 straight field goal attempts. There's a pass left side for Hutchison. She got free and was going to be fouled on the baseline on a drive by Maddie Hutchison. So Hutchison will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. After that foul is called on Lucero. It's her 4th. And so Hutchison here to shoot a pair is already 10 team fouls for Liberal. First free throw, good. Nothing but net for Maddie Hutchison. 4 now in the ball game for Hutchison. And she'll get one more, 42-37. As Samantha Terrazas returns to the Liberal lineup. Second free throw off the mark for Hutchison. And the rebound pulled out of there by Lamone. Ace High. It's 1 of 2, and Bailey traveled with it again. Not being guarded, in fact, out near the circle at midcourt. Going to put it on the floor, and it's going to be called for a travel. It's the second time she's been called for a travel way outside of any scoring territories. Hayside trying to post up Keller. Little half hook for Maddie Keller goes. Maddie Keller has 6. 42-39 after the field goal for Maddie Keller. Hayes made 3 straight field goal attempts. He's got it back within 3 at 42-39. Liberal will swing it around for Bailey, who has it on the left wing, trying to post up Minkins. Here's a double team block, then it's taken away. Audra Schmeidler comes up with a block and then the loose basketball. Liker will run up the floor. Liker, left side for Hutchison, who traveled with it. Hayside came away with it, but empty on that possession. On their 20th turnover of the ball game. 5.5 to play here in our fourth quarter. 42-39. Liberal with the lead. They've got the basketball. Minkins drives down and scores it. Minkins did a nice job of squaring at the high block and then had very little pressure to get inside. 44-39, and we get a block called on the other ends, and now Mickens a little bit slow to get up. As Mickens picks up the foul. That is her 4th. Already into double figures, so she's slow to get up. And we'll see Nicole Dinkle head to the free throw line. She was the one who collided with Mickens. Mickens got the worst end of that deal as the free throw is good for Nicole Dinkle. 44-40. After the field goal, or rather the free throw by Nicole Dinkle. And now Mickens is going to check out. Hay returns to the Liberal lineup. Second free throw good as well. So Nicole Dinkle got them both. She's got 4 points all at the free throw line. But it's 44-41. Hayes High back within 3. Here's a drive. Bailey off the mark. And Clevenow comes down with a defensive rebound for Hayes High. She'll lead to break up the floor. Talent steps. 3 on the way is good. Clevenow buries the 3, and it's a It's a tie ball game now at 44 all, and we get a timeout on the floor, and Carter Kruger just about got a technical foul. Hayes High and Liberal tied at 44. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here on the three-point field goal for Talon Cleveno. She's got 11 in the ball game, and we're all knotted up here at 44 on the Cleveno three-pointer. So again, we'll keep it right here, and Carter Kruger was about one syllable away from picking up a technical foul when he called that timeout. So with 4:49 left here in our fourth quarter, all knotted up at 44. We got a timeout on the floor. Our game brought to you in part by Leon's Welding and Fabrication, Ellis County Abstracted Title, Discovery Drilling, and Progressive Physical Therapy. In this second half, Hayes High opened the second half leading by 4 at 23-19. They extend their lead to 8 at 27-19. But then Liberal would answer right back. They would go on a 6-0 run to make it a 2-point game. Free throw by Talon Cleveno made it a 3-point game again at 28-25. But then Diamond Bailey with back-to-back field goals and a couple of free throws from Lacey Rush made it a 4-point lead for Liberal at 32-28. The last time they would lead, or rather that would be the first time here in this fourth quarter they would lead. And they would lead all the way until it was 44-39 and then 44-41 as here's a shot blocked inside. Liberals, Terrazas got inside and Maddie Hutchison came up with a block shot. And now Hayes High with Cleveno. I'll give it off to Rachel Taylor. Keller at the top of the key, picked up her dribble, had it knocked away, then got it back. After tight defense by Lamone. Here is Cleveno, who just knocked in that three to tie the ball game. She's got it way out near the timeline. And now they'll swing it around and Greg give it right back to Cleveno. Cleveno guarded tightly by Terrazas. Here's a bounce pass for Dinkle. It's nearly thrown away by Keller. There's a pass for Cleveno. They work out near that high volleyball line as here's a runner by Cleveno. That's too strong. Fight for the rebound. Cleveno had it for a moment, then it's poked out. Rachel Taylor with it on the offensive rebound. Keller has it go through her hands. And now Hayes High will slow up and set the offense with Nicole Dinkle and now Cleveno. Cleveno left side for Rachel Taylor. They're trying to get it inside for Maddie Keller on the left block, and Keller is going to be fouled underneath. They've been trying to get Maddie Keller on the block for a while now, and the foul will be called on Lamone. So Carolina Lamone picks up the foul, and now Maddie Keller will head back to the free throw line to shoot a pair. So Keller with 3:34 to play in this fourth quarter, trying to give Hayes High the lead. Free throw by Keller is good. Nothing but net. She's got 7, and that puts Hayes High on top 45-44. And Hayes High on a 9-2 run to end that third and begin this fourth quarter. Keller's second free throw, no good. And we had a late violation anyway, so it won't count anyway, and Liberal won't get it back with 3:34 to play here in this fourth and final quarter. 45-44. Hayes High with a 1-point lead on the free throw for Maddie Keller. So Keller puts Hayes High on top. Here's a pass deflected ball on the floor, picked up by Bailey. Then she has it knocked away. We'll track it back down. And now Liberal in some trouble. They're able to get it to the sideline, but then they throw it away. Bailey threw it away, trying to hit Mickens on that right sideline. And they throw it away. They turn it over for the 12th time of the ball game. And now Hayes High will call a timeout. So Coach Kirk Maska takes the timeout. Talk things over with 3:14 to play in this fourth quarter. Hayes High leading 45-44. We'll keep it right here on the timeout. Hayes High down 3 at 44-41. Talon Cleveno steps up and hits a huge three-pointer to tie the ball game at 44. Maddie Keller with the free throw, 1 of 2 at the line. Makes it a 1-point game. In fact, Keller knocked down that first free throw. She had 7 in the ball game. Our game brought to you apart by Roofmasters Roofing and R&M Custom Metals, M&D Incorporated, High Plains Roofing. Also brought to you by USD 489, HaysPost.com, and Eagle Communications, our community connected. So 45-44, Hays High leads by 1. So they look for their third straight win. Got 3:14 to go. And a good back and forth Western Athletic Conference matchup. Out of the timeout, Hays High with Callie Leiker, Talon Cleveno, Haley George, Nicole Dinkle, and Audra Schmeidler, the 5 on the floor. 3:14 to play here in the ball game. Hays High leading by 1. Leiker and Cleveno in the backcourt for Hays High. Here's a cut for Leiker, who picked up her dribble, now in some trouble on the left side. Able to find Schmeidler. Audra guarded tightly by Mickens, now picks up her dribble, and she called a timeout on the left wing. Got herself caught on that left sideline and not a good position. And Hays High will take the timeout. They got 2 left. So they'll take the timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Hays High started the game on an 8-0 run. An 8-0 run put together by Liberal gave them a 2-point lead after the first quarter. Both teams traded baskets back and forth. Liberal lead by as many as 5 in the second quarter. Hays High answered though on a 9-0 run to end the quarter. Went on top by 3 at halftime, 21-18. Led by as many as 8 to start the third quarter at 27-19, but little run put together by Liberal. In fact, it ended up being they put together a little 12-2 run to make it 32-28. They're tied at 32, tied again at 34. Liberal in the fourth quarter led by as many as 4 and 5 at one point. In fact, at 44-39, but then Nicole Dinkle with a pair of free throws, Talon Cleveno with a 3, and then Maddie Keller the free throw, which is a difference here in our ball game, helping Hays on a little 6-0 run here as they lead 45-44. Out of the timeout, Hays High will key it into Nicole Dinkle. Here's Leiker to Cleveno on the right baseline. They get it inside. George has it partially deflected, still got the shot up, but missed it too strong, and Diamond Bailey will pull down the rebound, and here comes Liberal up the floor. Runner no good, but we get a foul called on Hays High. It's the trailing official who called the foul. Called a block on Hays High. And they call it on Cleveno. So that's her 5th. So Maddie Hutchison will check out. On a tough call. Looked like Cleveno was pretty much just in the wrong place at the wrong time as Bailey pulled up for the little runner and missed it. So that's the 9th team foul as Bailey knocks down the first one. They're all tied at 45 now. On the free throw for Diamond Bailey, their second leading scorer now with 11 in the ball game. Second free throw is no good. 2 Hays High Indians get shoved to the floor. The offensive rebound and the putback is no good, but then Mickens cleans up and will put it in. 2 Hays High Indians got knocked to the deck. And Mickens comes up with the offensive rebound and the second stick back. Hays High on the other end trailing by 2 at 47-45. Dinkle's runner was too strong as it rims off. And Liberal will come down to the rebound, and we get a timeout taken by Liberal. So Mickens gets the putback to make it 47-45. Sure looked like that. A couple of Hays High Indians got shoved in the neck, and that allowed Mickens to come down with the offensive rebound. So we get a timeout taken here on the floor by Liberal. We'll keep it right here. It's 47-45, 2:15 to play in our ball game. It's been a good back and forth battle. That bucket by Mickens puts Liberal on top by 2 with 2:15 to play here in the fourth quarter. Hays High trying to pick up their 3rd win in a row and their first win of the year in a Western Athletic Conference play. Trailing here by 2 at 47-45. Out of the timeout, Audra Schmeidler with Maddie Keller, Nicole Dinkle, Maddie Hutchison. And Callie Liker, the five on the floor. Lucero will key it in here for Liberal. Throw it into Bailey into the backcourt with 2:10 to play in our ball game and a 2-point Liberal lead. They're trying to get it inside for Mickens. Now the pick and roll. They'll kick it out on a drive for Lamone. Right side for Terrazas and now to Bailey. Trying to get a post up for Mickens, and then they find Mickens wide open in the lane. She lays it up. 49-45. Mickens with 4 straight, and she just got lost inside as Hayes High lost her underneath, and now the layup makes it a 4-point game. Keller with the basketball. She'll give it up to Liker. Kelly had it knocked away, then got it back. There's Dinkle at the top of the key with 1:35 to play here in our fourth quarter. Keller trying to post up Schmeider, and it's stolen away. Mickens took it away. Here's the run out up the floor. Bailey, right side, lost it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hayes High. Hayes High with their 21st turnover on this end. Liberal picked up the defensive pressure on their end, forcing the turnover. And now with 1:26 to play, a 4-point lead. Liberal will have the basketball. Bailey to key it in. Surveys the defense. Third at the top. Terrazas, top of the circle. Here's Lucero with it. And out of Bailey. Has it on the left wing. She'll drive into the lane. Her pass deflected, and we get a foul. Get a foul on Hayes High. So 2 free throws coming up for Diamond Bailey. Callie Liker picks up the foul. It's her first. It is the 10th team foul. Both teams in the double bonus as Bailey will head to the free throw line. 1 for 2 at the line of the ball game. 61% free throw shooter. She's got 11 in the game. Free throw is good. High off the back rim and got it to go. 50-45. Liberal with the lead. Savannah Schneider checks in for the Hayes High Indians, placing Maddie Keller. Bailey's second free throw, no good. Offensive rebound, put back off the mark. But Lamone got her own miss. Here's Bailey at the free throw line, missed it. Fight for the rebound. Hayes High had it for a moment, and then they throw it away. Hutchison, nope, they'll say last touch by Liberal. It looked like Hayes High was going to throw it away as Schneider came up with it, and then it was knocked out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Liberals. Hayes High will keep possession of the basketball with 1:05 to play here, or get possession, I should say, of the basketball. Trailing by 5 at 50-45. Dinkle on the drive, cut off, finds Schmeidler. Schmeidler trying to get it inside for Liker. Double teamed on the post, finds Maddie Hutchison, who's fouled underneath. And Maddie Hutchison earns a couple of free throws here as we get a foul called on Lucero. That's her 5th. So Lucero will foul out of the ball game. 51 seconds to play and a 5-point Liberal lead at 50-45. Coach Carter Kruger uses all of his time to sub in Lacey Rush, the 5'8 junior. As Maddie Hutchison will go to the line to shoot a pair. Hutchison in the ball game. Struggled at the line. She'll shoot the first of 2. That one is good. Hutchison with 5 now on the ball game. All 5 of her points have came at the free throw line. Second one up and good as well. She's got 6 now, all at the line. And it's 50-46. Here's a steal in the backcourt by Liker, and she's fouled. So Callie Liker came up with a loose basketball, and then she's going to be fouled. It's 50-47 after the 2 free throws by Maddie Hutchison, and then the steal by Liker on the 13th turnover as Bailey picks up the foul. It is her 3rd, and so free throws for Callie Liker. And Liker's first free throw is good as Alan rattles home. 50-48. Liberal on top. Liker now with 5 in the ball game. It's a new season high. She got a both. She's got 6. It's a 1-point Liberal lead at 50-49 as Hayes High with pressure into the backcourt. Hayes High trying with that full court pressure, but Lamone able to get it across the timeline. Then it's knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Liberal. 36 seconds left here in our fourth quarter. Liberal leading by 1 as Terrazas had to throw it in right in front of the Hayes High student section. And now Hayes High with 32 seconds trying to foul it. Instead it's a layup. Lamone got free and got the layup. She's got 4 in the ball game. Here comes Liker, 52-49. Liker into the circle. A pass is kicked. And so it will stay with Hayes High. She tried to hit a bounce pass underneath to Nicole Dinkel and it was kicked. And so it will stay with Hayes High. 20 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Hayes High down 3 at 52-49. Here's Schneider inside, and Savannah Schneider is fouled. And she's headed to the line for a chance at a 3-point play and a chance to tie this ball game. She got free on the left block, and it was fouled underneath. Savannah Schneider makes it 52-51. Her first bucket of the ball game. And that foul is the 5th on Lamone. And so she's the second player to foul out of this ball game. And Savannah Schneider got free and got fouled on the left block. And now Coach Carter Kruger will take all the time he's allotted to get in a new player. It'll be Whitney Hay, as this time the referee's hustling along a little bit. So it will be Hay to check in for Lamone, who just fouled out of the ball game. Schneider to the free throw line. First trip tonight. Free throw up and no good. Rebound to Mickens and a foul by Kelly Liker. Liker tried to cut underneath there and pick up the offensive rebound, but instead it's going to be a foul on Liker. It's her second, and so Mickens will go to the free throw line. 52-51. Liberal with the lead. And Mickens will go to the free throw line. She will shoot 2 because both teams into the double bonus. Mickens' first free throw is good. 19 in the ball game for Jada Mickens. And it's 53-51. Liberal back on top. As Schneider will check out. Audra Schmeidler, Haley George back in for Hayes High. Mickens will shoot 1 more. She's the only Liberal Redskin into the lane. Free throw good. Got them both. 20 in the ball game for Mickens. Hayes High with 18 seconds to play, trailing 54-51. And now we're going to get a timeout taken by Hayes High. That's a full timeout. Again, we'll go ahead and keep it right here. Game with just 15 seconds to play. At a 3-point game at 54-51 in favor of Liberal. Liberal, after taking the lead back in this fourth quarter, in fact, to start the fourth quarter, they've led or we've been tied the entire way, except for when Hayes High took the lead at 45-41 on a Maddie Keller free throw. But since then, it's been 9-6 the run for Liberal as they're back on top here by 3. They got a little 6-0 run to go up 5 at 50-45. Hayes High got it back within 1 at 50-49, also 52-51. And now trail by 3 at 54-51. So Hayes High with 15 seconds to play here in the ball game. Will have the basketball and they'll key it in just across midcourt. And again, shoot here in this fourth quarter right down in front of their bench. Callie Liker, Maddie Hutchison, Audra Schmeidler, Haley George, and Nicole Dinkel, the 5 on the floor for Hayes High. Audra Schmeidler will key it in. Across the way from us with 15. Callie Leiker will go left side for Haley George. Back to Leiker, now on the right side. There's Hutchison, who's fouled at the top of the key by Diamond Bailey, who collided with Maddie Hutchison. So Hutchison will get a couple of free throws on a fourth foul on Bailey with 6.7 seconds to play in this ball game. So Hutchison has made a living at the free throw line here tonight, back and missed the first one. Hutchison with 6 in the ball game, all at the free throw line, and Liberal takes the timeout.
30 seconds.
6 of 8 before that free throw for Maddie Hutchison. She's now 6 of 9 at the line as Liberal takes the timeout. Again, it's a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Final tonight, Great Bend defeats Garden on the girls' side, 48-35. Of course, Hayes High will be back at home next Tuesday to take on that same Garden City team, or rather same Great Bend team. Then they'll be on the road next Friday to take on Garden City. Maddie Hutchison will get one more at the free throw line. 6 of 9 at the line for Hutchison in the ball game, right at her season average of 66%. Hayes High with Schneider and Leiker in the lane, Dinkle and Rachel Taylor out there as they flank the wings. Here's the free throw, no good, off the mark, fight for the rebound, and we get a held ball with 4.19 seconds to play, and it will be Liberal basketball on the alternate possession. Hutchison, pretty good look for that free throw, but couldn't get it to go, and now Hayes High with some pressure into the backcourt, and they get it into Bailey, who's fouled immediately with just over 3 seconds to play by Callie Leiker. Leiker picks up the foul. It is her third. And now Diamond Bailey to the free throw line. Still a 54-51 Liberal lead. They lead by 3. Bailey, 61% free throw shooter coming in. Just 2 of 4 so far in the ball game. Bailey's first free throw is good. 13 in the ball game for Bailey, and it's now a 4-point game, but 55-51. Bailey with a good second half after just having 2 points in the first half. Now with one more free throw to go, and she got them both. So 14 in the ball game for Bailey, 56-51. Hayes High with 3 seconds left. Dinkle will run up the floor, and that layup will come off the mark, and it's no good. And Hayes High falls by the final of 56-51. Hayes High led at halftime. We were tied at 34 after 3. But Liberal scores 20 points in the fourth quarter. Outscores Hayes 20-16 in the fourth quarter, and they come away with the I'll make that 22-16, and Liberal comes away with the 56-51 victory. Hayes High led in scoring tonight by the 11 of Talon Clevedo. Leading the way for Liberal, leading all scorers with Jada Mickens with 20. So our final here, a 56-51 win for Liberal as they move to 5-2 on the year. Hayes High drops to 3-4. Hayes High will next be in action back at home next Tuesday as they will play host to Great Bend. So again, a 56-51 final. Liberal wins. They move to 5-2. Hayes High falls to 3-4. You've been listening to Hayes High Indian Basketball.